how much money has been budgeted to the LOP? The LOP's budget hardly was late. In the outgoing financial year, our budget was 3.4 billion. And the performance so far I got in the last quarter, we are performing probably at around 70%. When I say performance, I'm talking about amounts released. So there's one thing to budget, and it's another thing to realize the budget. And this budget is not money for the law to buy tomatoes and onions for his family. It's for activities, allowances for staff, publishing necessary documents, official travel where needed. That's what it is. And strangely, that budget has not changed for the last 15 years. It's been a constant budget. We made proposals this financial year, and the indicative figures we get that it has been improved by about 300 million. But you see, the last budget performance is almost 70, 80. So if you don't give us 100% performance, the increment becomes superficial. But the whole issue is that we would have loved to have more resources, especially to go to the public and establish whether public funds voted for public works have been actually properly utilized, and also empower our teams, recruit more staff to provide the technical backstopping to our political team. We are very thinly staffed as the opposition, and that's part of what, in a way, waters down our plans. If we had the kind of staffing we desire, just imagine that a total of 109 members of parliament are supported by merely 10 policy analysts. For me, it's very thin. And for us to be able to even pull off the literal, being able to pull off, is because we have really overstretched our technical team. And we have also tried to empower members of parliament to undertake their own research, which really takes a lot of time, given the nature of work in parliament. But we try and use that. Mr. Mlondo, the 193 billion added by parliament, they have not asked members of parliament to line up and partake of this money. If you recollect the quarrel I've had in the first session in parliament, is that committees did not have money to work. And I know you've been following. Committees failed to go and do oversight because they never had money. I'll give you an example. Park Central, for 3 quarters, had 37 million. 37 million for Park Central for 3 quarters. They were given just a little extra in this last quarter at almost the last hour. That's why so many members are away, because in the last quarter, some little extra money was released to Parliament to go and do oversight. That's why members are scattered in the field. Park Central is now investigating in public hospitals, regional referral hospitals. So the issue of funds is problematic. And for Parliament to be able to say, we still need this money. Remember, the government budget, recurrent expenditure and development is growing. There's no way you can grow expenditure while limiting oversight. That will be suicide to the public. The question that the public should be asking subsequently is whether eventually these funds were properly channeled to the use for which Parliament really critically needs them. Members who are going to do this work and stuff certainly are supposed to be given an extra allowance, and these allowances are structured. So I will join you in finding out whether there was proper channeling.